Welcome back to more Pokemon White 2. So last time we explored Route 17, talked about all the fishing encounters. Still got a few encounters to go though, and we did make a start on Route 18's encounters. So yeah, this time let's continue exploring. We're back on Route 17 now, as you can see. You still need to come back with strength, which I'm okay with, but again, like I said, I probably should have, thought about maybe bringing Braviary with us anyway, so yeah, let's go get the Shoal Salt, because I can get that now. Alright, let's talk about Hoppip, which is the small on Route 18. So yeah, Jumpluff is every one of those Pokemon that grew on me a lot. I'm good at Backstrip, Freestyle, Butterfly, and of course Pokemon Battles. I think I remember swimming backwards was the hardest, because you need to be very careful. You obviously don't want to bash your head against the end of the pool, so yeah, so you need to be... So again, I wasn't very good at it, compared to obviously swimming forwards, but anyway. Let's go for Thunderbolt. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I was talking about, so yeah, again. So Jumpluff, yeah, it's one of those Pokemon that really grew on me, because I used it in Coliseum. And yeah, it was one of the stars of the show in that playthrough. I think, yeah, there's a Pokemon that really shines in dull battles, because see, the thing about it is that, its stats aren't great. It only has 55 offenses. It's one of those Pokemon that, yeah, again, the only good thing about it is it's 110 speed. Other than that, it's not great. They're just a Pokemon, I'm not good. I'm not good at them. They have 75 HP, 70% 85 special events. Not bad bulk, but again, it's still a grass flying type, which is not a great type. Outside, the immunities it has, so yeah. Yeah, that's kind of thing. Again, it's a very niche Pokemon. Let's go get this as well. It's quite a niche Pokemon again. It does, but yeah, like I said though, in a dull battle though, it's really good because what it does is it annoys your opponents a lot by putting them to sleep. It can, set the sun for its allies. You can obviously do other annoying things like Leech Seed, for example, as well. So yeah. And he even gets Rage Powder now too. Offensively, you could use it because it gets Sword Stance alongside Seafoam and Acrobatics, but yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. But hey, it is something funny you can do. I was taking a little break, but hey, I always have time for Pokemon battles. Let's enjoy as much as possible. But yeah, like I said though, yeah, if you are planning on using Jumpluff as a support Pokemon, yeah, like I said, yeah. It definitely has some pretty decent options to do that with, so yeah. And let's go for the Flash Gun here. Actually, that's a Quad Resist, so I don't think it's actually going to do that much. Yeah, so yeah, could have Volt Absorb. And yeah, that definitely doesn't do much, so yeah, I'm probably going to switch then. And yeah, especially because, yeah, now I got Paralyzed, so yeah. So I guess we'll go to Serena and see what happens. But anyway. Yeah, I don't really need to say anything else. Yeah, like I said, yeah. Focus on those support moves, and yeah, Jumpluff could do quite well. It's just that, again, it is a very specific Pokemon, I feel like, so yeah, just keep that in mind. But anyway, let's go for the Earthquake. Then we got the Hidden Grow Pokemon. So yeah, we're going to start with Corso with Generator. A very good ability on a very not great Pokemon, stat-wise. Again, it just, doesn't have, the, it's just that it has a really low base stat total. It can bulk out a little bit, and it also has Recover. But again, Water Rock, whoosh, shush. It does have, Water Rock in its such a contender, which is obviously a good thing, because again, it, again, it does have a lot of common weaknesses, is the problem, obviously, so yeah. And of course, it's a very strange rock like 12 out of 4. It gets a lot of amazing moves, and I just see that an amazing ability is just that the stats really let it down. It's quite hard to make use of it when, yeah, again, it's just, very mediocre to support, and that's really all it's got going for it, so yeah. Let's go get the Speed Max. Yeah, they keep throwing these at us. And looks like there's an item here, a Prism Scale. So again, yeah, neat ability, but again, it doesn't really save this Pokemon from what it normally does. Now that we got Kingler with Sheer Force. I believe Crabhammer gets a Sheer Force boost. That's definitely one reason to go for this. Its ability is not amazing. I'm pretty sure it gets like Shell Armor and stuff, so yeah. So yeah, you could definitely think about it. It's just that outside of Crabhammer, it doesn't really get much else. It's mainly like rock side, so yeah. So it's not the best, sheer force around. It's definitely not a bad one though, so yeah. You never try to get some use out of it. Fights have their own rhythms. I wonder who's folk I can fight rhythmically. Alright. Then all I got chat with Big Pecs. None of its abilities are good anyway, so I guess not getting lower defense is a cool thing, I guess. But yeah, again, there's definitely one of those abilities that, yeah, there's definitely one of those looking at wishes it got an actual ability rather than, 3 really meaningless ones. And then after that, also Shadow itself. Not an amazing Pokemon, its stats are not great. The main thing about it is Shadow, a very annoying move, and later on it would get other kind of good boosts like Unova, so yeah. But again, it's just that again, the stats aren't great and it does the whole, so yeah. But now we'll talk about the main one. Dragonite with multi-skill. Yes, this is the one you want. If you can get it though, because again, multi-skill encounter. Multi-skill does a lot for Dragonite. It means that, yeah, if you give it a Lumberry and you give it Dragon Dance, there isn't really anything that's going to stop that Dragon Dance going off. Unless, of course, your multi-skill gets broken by a Stealth Rock. So, yeah. Yeah, that's just the amazing thing about it, yeah. Dragonite's a Pokemon that really wants to Dragon Dance, so that, it outspeeds a lot more reliably, and multi-skill really, really helps with that. And, I even told what multi-skill does. The Pokemon that moves around the beat. Because, it's an all-new ability for this game. All it does is that if you're at full HP, you take, I believe, 50% less damage or something like that. It's a crazy amount. So, yeah. And there's another PvPacks. Still sharing them on me, I guess. So, yeah. Yeah, just, amazing ability. It's great that... It's kind of weird that Mega Dragonite keeps the ability. I guess I can talk about that in a little bit, but yeah. For this game, though, yeah, again, the gamepad's really simple. Get that Dragon Dance off. Like I said, Lumberry becomes a really good health time in that case too, because again, they could stop the multi-scale setup with a Thunder Wave or a Will-O-Wisp, but of course, if they, go for that, they'll get punished then really severely, so yeah. Again, can't go wrong with it. Again, the main issue is, again, Dragonite not having, amazing flying type moves to use, but that's okay. Looks like it's on the beach, huh? There we go, Heart Scale, because yeah, I can't really go around up there, I think, so yeah. Anyway though, so yeah, again, that's Dragonite. Very, very good Pokemon, obviously, and again, its Mega also gets multi-skill, which again, I'm okay with. Like, yeah, it would have been cool if, multi-scale, take the hit, then it gets a dual ability where it Mega Evolves, something that maybe boosts its special attack power. But again, though, it is bulky, it can use a Roost, so it's not the worst thing in the world, so yeah. So again, though, but again, yeah, Dragonite is done for this ability, so it's kind of need the Mega Evolves to get it, so yeah. Anyhow, now I got the P2 laboratory over here, and there's a Team Plasma Frigate. Oh, it's just you. Neither gets this little chorus change me. I guess the only way could change myself. This area technically has the encounters Magneton, Weezing, and Clang. You can now catch them as those forms, if you really want. Over here, you can get the Dubious Disc. That's pretty neat. Leading us to the lab itself, though, at the moment. And now, yeah, we can go on to the Plasma Frigate. So, yeah, it's technically not an area that's inaccessible anymore, so yeah. And again, yeah, like I said, yeah, they're pretty... To be honest, all of them are kind of decent Pokemon. You even find Magneton and Kling in the Rusting Grass. Again, Weezing, good physical wall. Against some Pokemon, yeah, I can really ruin them, especially with Will-O-Wisp, so yeah, it's not bad for them. I can even, hit back decently hard with Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Sludge Bomb. You have all those tools now, which, yeah, that's not bad. I think it's also one of the Pokemon that crushes Fine types the best, because pretty much, unless they have a Psychic type move, obviously, there really isn't much they can do. Rock type moves are gonna bounce off, and they obviously can't use Earthquakes, so yeah. Magneton, well, you've already seen what Magneton's been doing this playthrough. Again, very good electric type special attacker. Its type is pretty solid too. And Sturdy is obviously a nice safety net to have around as well, so yeah. And finally, Clang, again, not the best steel type Pokemon around because it's very specific. It's all about shift gear and gear grind, and it doesn't really get anything else, but getting Wild Charge obviously is a big boon that it now has. So yeah, again, and it's pretty well statted too, like, yeah, it doesn't really have any, like, really bad stats, so, yeah, considering, you know, it takes her to a hole, so yeah. So again, Clang, again, a Pokemon I do wish to maybe use one day. It's not in that many games though, so yeah. Anyway, now you talk about all those encounters. The sky sure is vast. I knew that gets using me. Bad friend, sir. Yeah. Kind of feel bad for some of these guys, but yeah. And it is interesting, like, to think that they're basically powerless to, you know, they basically had no choice to stay because, again, they didn't have anyone else to belong, so yeah, it's interesting. And yeah, you can't go downstairs anymore, but we can go over here now. Actually, no, we can here. Yeah, it's going back to, that's where it'd be. I don't think there's anyone around here, but I'm kind of curious, so... There aren't that many people around anymore now that, you know, T-Plus is done, so yeah. There are 2 people here though. I was telling that if I can bring out the power of Pokemon, taking good care of them, I can stay here. The aim for them since I was a child. When I saw them 2 years ago, assuming that crap. Yeah, you're saying the same thing as before. You could have different dialogue though if you decide to talk them now. As long as I did what Team Pass ordered, I was able to eat bread. I didn't think for myself, that's why I became like this. But the bread here is yummy. Yeah, like, you can't love anyone on an empty stomach. I guess that's true. And like I said, it's nice that, you know, the area is still here, so you can still pick up the items, so yeah. Not that many completely missable areas of Pokemon games, so yeah. They are very open games, so again, it makes sense to keep items around. Saying it's only so you won't hurt another person, that is not true kindness. Team Pass didn't have true kindness, not even me. So we can't rest here. That's okay. Well, you could, but that's okay. Our Pokemon, they are in decent shape, so it should be fine, so yeah. Because we're gonna have a battle coming up. Oh yeah, the doctor must still be here as well, so yeah. That doesn't look like it, so yeah. So just, you know, make our way back. Doesn't look like anyone wants to deal with the pipe puzzle anymore. So yeah, let's go up here. We got 2 people here. 3 people. But Plasma Frigate is a ship designed to be ecological. It runs on Kiran's ice energy and solar panels. You gotta keep the environment in mind when ruling a reach like Unova. Didn't think, you know, T-Plasma be thinking about sustainability, but anyway. I hope your Kiran gets the device clearly puts to work. It must have felt terrible. And again, though, it's not ethically sustainable, it's only environmentally sustainable. You're not, you know, hitting the 3 pillars of, you know, sustainability, so yeah. Anyway. Taurus doesn't know N. I wonder how your activity meets him. Over here, though, you obviously got Chorus, and yeah, Chorus wants to battle us, which I'm very much looking forward to. So yeah, we got Serena. Let's do this. Let's say that you're curious of coming clear out here. I dissolved Team Plasma. The ones who are left here decide what they want to do. I like to have them decide how to live on their own. There are far more questions in this world that don't have any answers. Well then, please show me you and your Pokemon's strength once again. And also you guys amazing battle team once again. Pokemon Trainer Chorus. So yeah, he has a full team this time, and he leads with Magneton once again. Once again, yeah, his thing is, as you can tell though, he's a lot higher level though. Now, yeah, we got a true fight on our hands. So yeah, let's go for the Earthquake. He still has this Magaton, he still likes to use Hellhounds on his Pokemon, so yeah, let's see how he does. So we got the Steady obviously, and here's the Flash Gun. So he's one of the stronger trainers in the region now comes as I urge the battle, which is pretty neat, so yeah, we have another Earthquake out. I don't really want a U-turn out right now, so yeah. So we have another Earthquake out. Steady once again, and yeah, I'll keep going for Earthquake. There you go. That tongue goes down. In comes Rotom. He has a Rotom Wash in this team, which is really cool. And we have the U-turn her. And do quite a bit to it, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go into obviously Antonia for this, because it's only grass, so yeah. That's all we got, Antonia. And yeah, there's the Hydro Pump. Yeah, this is a really cool addition to this team, I must admit, so yeah. He's even packing the Life Ball on it too. There's not many Pokemon I'll probably get the leftovers to instead, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure I would probably swap who he has the leftovers and Life Ball on, so yeah. But there we go. Next up, Metagross. I obviously don't want to mess with this, so yeah, let's go into, I think, Serena once again. I think Serena can take one hit from Metagross from this range. If not, that's okay. We still got, Agility. That's a bit scary. We still got Lacey in the back, so yeah, let's go for Earthquaker. And now he outspeeds, which is quite scary. So there's the Meteor Mash. We do live it, as I thought. So go for the Earthquake here. And it's enough. Good. I'll probably U-turn out on one of these sends in next. It's gonna be Magnuson. That is not bad for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go for U-turn here. To break the Steady once again. And we go to Lacey. Obviously go for the Earthquake. There he goes to the Flash Gun here. That's still gonna hurt quite a bit though. So there we go. Now we go for that Earthquake. And there you go. Good. Not too many Pokemon left to worry about. Behian comes out. So I'm gonna go for the Exorcism. Do very well against it. There we go. And obviously his last is Klinkbang. Still holding Air Balloon, which isn't great here. Marvelous, I should believe in my Pokemon. So I go for the X's once again to break the Air Balloon. But not having over the Earthquake, and that'll be that. And obviously he uses his free turn to go for Shift Gear. And we'll see what he can do with that. We'll go for Earthquake, and he just goes to Shift Gear again. That's no problem by me. And I'll go for the Earthquake, and yeah, that should be it. So yeah, that is one of the strongest trainers in the game, so yeah, we did well. The Bonzatinas, the fact that we can't see them make them real, make them more real. Pokemon, so you can't afford to make a mistake. The true nature of the trainer's personality becomes clear. I see. Trainers believe in their Pokemon to the full extreme as you do. Pokemon partners will also give everything they have. So that must be the odds I've been looking for. Still, I'm glad you won. For one thing, I detested Gets from the start. Take this with you. The last one can catch any kind of Pokemon. Gets is the same, but you'll probably put it to better use. Yep, you get our second Master Ball. If you like, please have Pokemon battle me again. Indeed, I'm having trouble this time what to do next as well. And he's even at daily battle too, so that's really cool. Alright. So yeah, now, yeah, let's leave the Plasma Frigate. Now all we need to do now is clean up Route 18 with Shrimp. So yeah. So yeah, we'll leave here, we'll get Braviary out, and then yeah. like I said, let's finish up the route. So yeah, yeah, Chloris, yeah, I think he's definitely a very interesting character. One thing about him, obviously, is that they decided to go a bit wild with him in Sun and Moon. He's also really good in the TCG as well. Because, yeah, he had a card, I think it was Chloris' Experiment in the Sun Moon era, which had tracked very well with Lost Zone. He also got a medal. Old Rod Fisherman. So, yeah, I'm guessing we fish a lot, we can also get a lot of medals doing that, so, yeah. So, there we go. So, we'll heal up and we'll get Braviary. Let's see how levels are looking now. So yeah, probably don't want to play away Ronan, so yeah. Yeah, Ronan is definitely the first run level, so yeah. So we'll do something like this, I guess, play later on Tracy then. And yeah, Serena's very close to level up, so yeah, you'll definitely see him level up in the next pot then. Alright, I got the speed bust now, naive nature, probably not great, but hey. Put them here. Alright, we'll get Braviary out. I said, yeah, let's finish up Route 1 while we're doing this. Go to Route 1, finish up Route 18. Yeah, that's the only area we need to use strength. So yeah, we're gonna need to repels back on. Alrighty, so yeah, again, Coldest Experiment, remember that being good in Lost Zone decks, there's a lot of good Lost Zone cards, it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I guess it makes sense to push the mechanics, so yeah. It kind of reminds me of certain decks in Yugo. I mean, actually no, Yugo is, Yugo does, reward certain decks for graveyard, putting cards to graveyard. There's a lot of decks that do that, and even cards are banished too for some archetypes, so yeah, I guess it's not, too foreign. Lost Zone is basically like the banished zone, so yeah. So it's kind of similar to those, so yeah. Anyway, obviously, the thing that Chorus does in Ultra Sun Moon, which I don't want to talk about, because it's kind of a big spoiler. Yeah, that was a moment. Yeah, Chorus, yeah, he's quite the fellow, that's the thing, sure. He's a lot more powerful than you'd think, I guess you could say, so yeah. Anyway, fully heal. And yeah, let's push this. And yeah, we still have some trains to fight actually, so yeah, Serena will get level ups, that's nice. Oh no, I will not push the strength partner get away that easily. Alright, done. Looks like there's also an item here too. Anyway, you got 3 Pokemon, a Hariyama, so yeah, let's go for the good old acrobatics on it. Yeah, Serena's definitely gonna like this one a lot. So yeah, let's go for the acrobatics. Like so. So there we are. Good stuff, level 84 now. For Serena. Setting up the pros, so yeah, this is kind of the counterpart to the other trainer we fought a little bit ago, so yeah. So I got another acro. On the throw. There we go. And yeah, we'll just go for the Earthquake here, save a little bit of acrobatics, PP I guess, so yeah. Yeah. So take out throw there. Good stuff. And hit on top. So let's go for I meant to go for acro there, but that's okay, just goes a quick part. And that's the problem. Okay, still gonna do a pretty decent amount though. And still one shots, there you go. A battle against a trainer really is the best training. So let's go get the sync. Get this and another rare candy. Very nice. So let's look at Pokemon once again. And Yeah, this is gonna be a bit difficult, but yeah, definitely does look like at least after Antonia, so yeah. There you are, he's in vitro now, once again. So push this boulder, and yeah, one more trainer fight, and then we're done exploring new areas of the region, which is really cool. Down the valley, you and I face each other. So yeah, one Pokemon, but as you saw the other person, he also is a pseudo-legendary, a Tyranitar this time. Can Vitra deal with this? Probably, but yeah, this Tyranitar is not going to make it easy though, so let's have a look. Give it a Dragon Pulse. Yeah, Tyranitar is definitely a Pokemon I'd be very scared to go up against in the PWT, so yeah. And there's the Focus Blast. Apparently there are trainers who use that on their Tyranitars, so yeah. So I guess I'm bringing it back to all the way near the start when we fought that person with the Zoroark, so yeah. So we have another Dragon Pulse here. And that's it, good. I definitely Focus Blast myself then. If you're a Challenger, I'm sure even Team Paz will fall before you. And Team Paz is getting released all the Pokemon. I'm sure that people have just found other ways to fight. I guess they could. But anyway, let's get the star piece. And yeah, let's head back out. Let's go get our partner back. John Tracy, obviously. That'll be it for this part. So yeah. Next time, there's like... I think I know what I want to do. I think, again, like I said, I wanted to do this movie very soon, but yeah, I think we're going to be taking on the next Post-Slash Studios movie. Because again, it's one of my favorites. So obviously I do want to show that. So yeah. Then after that, yeah, there's not much. There's some tough trainers to fight. Obviously Elite Four. The PWT, the White Tree Hollow, completing the Pokedex, seeing all the Pokemon at least. Which yeah, might be something I'll work on off screen. And of course, the movies, yeah, there's still a decent amount to go. So yeah, I still got my work cut out. But yeah, the fact that we saw like everywhere in the region though, that's definitely quite big. And also, yeah, we did just get that Magma Stone, which yeah, that will lead to obviously something as well, so yeah. So yeah, that will be that for now. So yeah, decent amount to go, but yeah. We're getting into some of the interesting things, I guess you could say, so yeah. But you know, next time on Poké White 2, like I said, I think I'm going to be doing another movie. Yeah, like I said, it's one of my favorites. You also figure out how it's going to go as well, so yeah. Look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.